Hello guys. So today's topic is locating elements in Playwright. So what are the three ways that we have by using which we can able to locate a single element in Playwright? So one is using the property. Second one using the CSS, and third one using XPath. Okay. So let's go to the VS Code. I'll create one more file. I'll name it as a locate element spec.js. Okay, so here we can first what we need to write, we have to write a constant variable where you can use test function. We need test and expect function, that is test and expect function. Okay, and we have to import one specific module, that is require, and the single quote we have to import playwright slash test module. Okay, the next thing is, so if you are not able to understand this line, so you can also write import, you can import the same test comma expect function from which module, same playwright test module. You can also write in this way, both are same. Okay, so in this case we'll write this, we can use this line. Okay, next we have to write a test function, and under that you have to take one parameter which will take the name of the test case. What is the test case? Suppose locating element in playwright. Okay, and after that it will take one async function as the parameter async, and it will take a arrow function over here, and under that async function you have to take the fixture as the parameter, that is page. So guys, if you're not able to understand this line what exactly I've written, you can refer the previous videos. Okay, after that I will start writing the test cases using the page. You can open the page dot go to what exactly you need to open here. You have to in this case we will use this particular site to automate. Okay, so I'll just using, so what exactly this line will do, it will open the URL in the browser specified in config file, whatever the browser that you have set under the config file, in that specific file it will open. Okay, what next? We'll go to the particular site. So here first of all you have to click on the login button, then only it is coming in, a pop-up is coming, and after that you have to enter the username password, and it will have to click on the login button. Okay, so let's go to the inspect element. Okay, so this is the HTML tag that has been written to create this login button. So we'll do one thing, we'll take this parameter. Okay, id equal to login, we'll take this as a property. Click on login button. Okay, so the how you can do using the locator function in playwright, you have a locator function, that is page.locator. Inside that you have to give the property. Remember, you don't need to give this double quote, you just have to pass the property. And what next? Click page.locator.click. Okay, so this can be achieved in a different way also. How that is possible? Page.click. Okay, so inside that you can give directly the property, page.click property. This is also one of the way that you can use. Okay, so as of now I'll use the single way, that is page.locator, and inside that I have given the property and dot click. Okay, after that enter username. Okay, I have clicked on the login button. I have to find the XPath. or in this case we'll use the CSS. Okay, so what is ID equal to login username? Okay, so whenever we will use the CSS for the ID variable, you have to use hash. Okay, hash indicates that you are using a ID value. You can see one of one. Okay, got it? Let's go to VS Code. You can write page.locator. Inside that, you have to pass the CSS dot. To perform the type operation in Playwright, you have to use fill. Okay, fill. My username is Anuj Roy. Okay. What next? Enter password. Okay. So this also you can write in a different way, like page dot fill. In the bracket, it will take two parameters. One is the CSS, okay, and the next one is you have to pass the value that we're passing. So that is Anuj by Groy. Likewise, also you can write either way you can use. There is no concern. Okay. So as of now, I'll just commenting on this line. Okay. Next is I'll use the hash because this is the CSS. Okay, I'll use hash. Okay. The next one is enter password. So I will enter the password over here, page.locator. So what is the ID of that password field? Click on inspect. This is also ID. So by using this login password, I will deal with this password field. Okay. So I'll use login password. Okay. Page.locator. I've used the CSS, and after that we are using the fill method. I have passing the password. So password is test at the rate 123. Okay. The next, what is the next? So click on the login button. Okay. So in this case, I'll use the XPath. Okay, guys. I'll the button type equal to button is there, on click equal to login is there, then class equal to button primary something is there. So what I will do, I will use this login text. Okay. What I will do, double slash button. I will use normalize space equal to login. Okay, button normalize space equal to normalize, the spelling is correct, normalize and space. Okay, everything is correct. Okay, I missed the parameter. Okay, great. So you can see the login button is populating. I will copy this X path. I will take in my parameter, that is click on a login button, page dot locator. I'll pass the X path. Okay, inside that, if you are using double quote, then inside that you have to use single quote, or vice versa. Dot click. Okay, then I've performed the, pass the username, I'll pass that password, that is test123, click on the login button. So I'll verify after clicking the login, this logout button is visible or not. Okay, so what I will do, I'll find the XPath of this one. So first one I have used the property, the second I have used the CSS, the third I'm using XPath. Okay, so this is also I'm using the logout button. So what I'll do, I think this only this type, if you find this type of XPath, it should work. So this is present under button, but this is present under anchor tag. You can see this is present under this logout button is present under anchor tag. Okay, so that's why I've used anchor tag, and normal space I've used logout. Okay, log out. Great, it's find one of one. You can see over here. Okay, so I will use this one. I'll open the VS Code. What I'll do, I'll take it this instance of the logout in a variable, and after that we'll put a assertion. Okay, logout button. Okay, so what I'll do, page dot locator, the bracket, I'll use this. Okay, I'll under this I will use double quote. Okay, and after that I will put one assertion. In the assertion I'll verify await, sorry, expect. In the bracket I will use logout button dot to be visible. Okay, so one thing we have missed, guys. So before each line we have to write await, because in JavaScript every execution will be asynchronous. So if we'll not put await before each line, we don't know which line it will execute, and the test case will might fail. Okay, so before each line you have to write the await keyword. Okay, then only it will work. So now if I want to execute this test case, I have to write npx playwright test, and I have to write headed, because in Playwright, everything will execute in headless mode. So to make it headed, we have to write npx playwright test hyphen hyphen headed. So, so guys, see, it started executing, and it started three test cases. It opened the different site. Okay, what is the problem? See, you can see it is running three test cases. That means it also executing this test case that we have written yesterday. Okay, so what we'll do, I will use the hook test dot only. Okay, so that it will execute only this test case. So what I will do, npx plate test headed, and it will, as I've written only, so it will execute only this test cases. Okay, so that means it will open one site, this chromium, and it has entered the username, password, it verified, and it closed. Great, so the test case got passed. Okay, so likewise you can use the property, the css, and the XPath to fetch, to locate a web element, a single element in Playwright from the DOM. Okay, how cool is that, right? So this is a way you can also try this second way. Okay, so I've used only one way, so you can use the second way to do that. Okay, uh, Playwright also does have some separate built-in locators by using which you can able to find or locate a web element. That also we'll learn the next class. So till then, goodbye. We'll meet in the next video. Thank you.